What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to start Cobra Kai Season 5, Episode 1 today. John, how you doing?
I'm very excited. How are you?
Andrew, how are you?
I'm doing well, and congratulations, you guys, on joining your two dojos.
We
That's awesome.
would have shouted out that you got us these shirts if you just waited. Jeez.
I was just congratulating.
Congratulations on
looking for
congratulating
praise.
yourself for getting us.
Now the shirts have lost some meaning because you wanted the praise so badly. You're welcome.
That's what we do in Cobra Kai. We strike first. We don't wait for praise.
Yeah.
Don't wait for compliments.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we don't want to talk for too long on any of these because we just kind of want to binge this show since there's so many episodes that are out and it's already a crazy filled weekend with plenty of content coming your way. But guys, subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when our reaction for the next episode of Cobra Kai is up. Leave a like. That would mean the world to us right about now. Also, full-length reaction watch-alongs where you sync up with your own copy of Cobra Kai available for Super Sexy Rejects over at our Patreon page. Lastly, the team at Prepper. Thank you guys for helping us edit down these highlights. You guys ready?
Born ready.
All right, Andrew, you better catch all them Easter eggs.
Every single one. I'm a failure.
Within every punch and kick lies centuries of tradition. It has a rich past. And now we want you to become part of its future. Welcome to Cobra Kai.
What the shit?
Damn.
Our dojo is committed to providing state-of-the-art training.
This commercial was expensive.
We believe anyone can be a winner. All you need is the right teacher. It's a new era at Cobra Kai. Come join us.
We joining. It's crazy some of those camera angles they got from the tournament for the commercial.
Be at one with the water.
Looking fine, Mrs. LaRusso.
Chozen.
Call me crazy, but I thought maybe we'd be having Mai Tais by the pool, not watching your Okinawan assassin use it as his training ground.
Can't wait for Samantha to see him naked.
Lawsuit.
You need some help, mate?
Do you think you can help me get to 137?
You don't mind giving me some pastry stuff. All right, there you go. And how much you want to pay for the bag?
That's messed up, man.
Okay, give me my bag.
I mean, I just figure a reward might be in order. You know, since we found your bag and all.
I'm a real Mexican.
More like Discount Thor.
Oh, good. He didn't take it all.
What, you didn't think I'd take all your money, did you?
Really learning that Miyagi-Do way of not striking first anymore.
Paralyze that guy.
Got some choice supplies for the next leg of our road trip. Mexican Cokes. I got you a little something to say welcome to Mexico. And don't tell me it's offensive. We bought it in Mexico. It's their idea.
Flawless logic.
I am shutting down Miyagi-Do Karate. But with everything going on at Cobra Kai, continuing to operate Miyagi-Do only leaves a target on your backs. This dojo may be closing, but Miyagi-Do lives inside each and every one of you still.
Miyagi-Do is not a place. It's a people. It's Samantha's fault, right? Because she lost?
Mm-hmm. It's all her
Definitely.
fault. 100%.
All my fault.
No, Sam. It's mine.
Dad, I can fight.
This isn't your fight, Sam. I know firsthand that Silver isn't afraid of putting kids in harm's way. And I have to keep all of you out of it.
You think it's permanent?
Definitely.
Definitely permanent.
Only one episode this season.
Mi madre es Carmen Díaz.
Se ve buena la ruca. ¿Qué es esto? Tienes mierda en la cabeza, loco. Pueblo, sácame este güey de aquí.
Vamos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mira, viejo, el vato que estás buscando no soy yo. Y la mera neta, yo no conozco a ninguna pinche Carmen.
Still not used to the F-bombs on this show.
I know where the kid gets off the bus, so that's our first stop.
And when we get there, what do you plan on doing?
I'll ask around if anyone saw Miguel.
Start with the Australian guy.
Terry Silver. This is how everyone sees him, as some kind of philanthropist out to save the kids of the valley. That's why you're here. We have to cut the head off the snake.
Hi, Daniel-san. I can do that.
Cut off one head, two more shall.
Hey, whoa, no, I didn't mean literally cut his head off.
They're not for cutting. They're for blocking and stabbing and clawing and gouging.
Okay. Silver may be crazy, but he's not dumb. He always thinks 2 moves ahead. We have to be careful with this guy.
No, Daniel-san. You must be careful with this guy.
Oh, shit.
You're stuck in here with me.
I didn't realize there was a camera just right up in their face when they were filming.
It's the Terry Silver money. They got cameras everywhere.
Damn.
Just all drones circling.
You left without telling anyone where you were going.
Yeah, well, I know if I told you I was going, you'd try to stop me.
Because we care about you. Your mom and grandma left Ecuador to get away from your dad. They probably did it for a good reason.
Fucking rude.
Beat him up, Miguel.
You're not gonna ask if I won or lost?
Sam, how are you making this about you right now?
I'm not.
Whoa.
There are more important things than karate, Sam.
Yeah, there are.
Héctor.
Great.
¿Qué haces? Ese trabajo de Rogelio.
Está muy cansado. Acaba de tener un bebé. Hay que darle chance.
Oh, what?
A veces te pasas de bueno, Héctor.
2 Hector?
He is way better looking.
I'm out here trying to fix my mistakes so I don't have to live with the regret of making them. If you're serious about making things right, you can start by helping Miguel. I know you have your fair share of regrets when it comes to him.
Kicking him off the top of that.
Let's do a whole flashback of guilt.
This is what I was afraid of. Cobra Kai's enlisting kids who have no idea what they're getting into.
It's like in part 3.
I have seen these moves before.
You have? Where?
Kim Sung-young.
Yeah. Kim Sung-young, South Korea.
Oh, shit.
That's a real person? I thought it was just some mumbo-jumbo Silver came up with.
No.
That's
It's
racist.
very real. My uncle Sato did not speak much of Kim Sung-young, but I know he had much anger towards him.
You guys carried this conversation. Pause the conversation. Carry it on the dojo.
Kim Sung-young was master of Tang Sudo, but that is not what he taught. His style was controversial.
What was controversial about it?
I will demonstrate.
You will be paralyzed.
Kim Sung-young's style is based on deception. No honor, no mercy.
You could have just told me.
We will use his style against him.
How will we do that?
I feel like Daniel could have probably guessed what Terry Silver learned from his master.
You know, just think of the worst version possible that's all about aggression.
Miguel's got a brother.
Eliminate him.
Fight him.
Hola. Me llamo Miguel. ¿Y tú? ¿Tu nombre?
Miguel's got a scary face.
Don't trust him. He's a fierce killer.
Ticket guy says he thinks he saw Miguel talking to these surfers. Sorry I dragged you into this, Robbie.
Johnny and the Surfers. That's going to be fun.
English?
Australian.
All right, good enough. Looking for a kid, 17, Ecuadorian. Slight build, but we're working on that. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
No. Turn around. He's heading here. X marks the spot.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, damn. All right, man, so what's the scam? Give me some bum address, try to steal my wallet? You have 5 seconds to tell me which way that kid went. I'm gonna take that surfboard and I'm gonna shove it so far up your ass your friends are gonna be surfing you.
Nicely done.
Oh, yeah!
Shit.
Look at that.
Do it.
Ooh. Damn. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I know fair. Ow. Ooh. Damn.
Yeah. Oh my God. Nicely done.
Don't scam money, people.
That was sick.
Just following them.
This guy carries himself like a drug lord.
No! Santa!
Oh. Thank God that cliche panned out.
Oye, muchísimas gracias. De verdad. Lo que has hecho ha sido increíble.
Aquí está el momento justo.
He's like a superhero. He's like Blue Beetle.
Por favor, ven a cenar con nosotros.
No. Hey, please, we insist. Oh, I'm Héctor. Salazar.
Miguel.
This is strange. I feel like we've met somewhere before.
I'm about to cry.
Sperm count.
Keep track of my sperm.
Stranger, but tonight you're family, okay?
Okay.
Okay, vamos. Come on.
Vamos.
It's a regular Olive Garden
Remember,
down here.
Carmen said he was a very evil man.
I could see it, but he could have a super hot stepmom now.
You're right, it was a mistake to bring you here.
No, it wasn't. Okay, I mean, some of it was. Technically, you kidnapped and transported a minor across the border. But we got a good story out of it. But I'm gonna stay. I'm trying to make things right, and I want to help you. At least now we know where we're going. X marks the spot, right?
All right. All right.
Aww.
I let him put his arm around him.
This is just the beginning. We're strangers. But I can tell you, we won't be strangers for long.
Damn, my dude's got a nice house.
He's evil.
Cobra Kai now has more students than ever before. That means we'll need more senseis. I'm going to pay more than what's expected. But first, you must prove yourself in the way of the fist.
Let's see him.
It's time to see if you're worthy. Hey! Welcome to Cobra Kai.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Infiltration.
You knew it? Oh, so good.
Clever. Clever.
Dude.
All right. Well, we got more to watch, but just super quick thoughts as we're going to immediately film the next episode. Andrew.
Yes. Do you want thoughts or some Easter eggs?
Whatever.
Easter
Whatever. I'm sure Easter eggs are part of the thoughts.
All right. Well, just really quick. Couple things I noticed when they had car trouble with the tire. There was car trouble in Karate Kid Part 2, and he blamed Allie for the brakes or whatever, and which was mentioned in Season 3 with Elizabeth Shue.
Boom.
We also got the bonding trip between Robbie and Johnny. They mentioned in Season 1 how we never had a family bond, a father-son bonding trip, so I had to make one up. Now we finally got one. We saw Terry Silver beating up some of his lackeys when he was just doing some training. We saw that in Part 3 when we saw Kreese at the beginning of Part 3 meet Terry Silver in that film. So there's a little reference there. And then also we finally heard Master Kim Sung-young, I mean, they showed the reference back from Karate Kid Part 3, so that was cool to get that back of South Korea. So I'm really curious to see how we're going to see that all play out in this, because I remember that was just a line, kind of a throwaway line, but really curious to see that. But in regards to this episode, I loved it. It was a good introduction to starting season 5. I really like how they harped on the consequences of what happened at the end of season 4, just in terms of Cobra Kai winning and now Miyagi-Do shutting down, how it affects everyone. And then I love Miguel's storyline too, and discovering, who his father is. I'm sure there's going to be some ulterior motive, or, we're going to see something different with his father. I mean, there's obviously, I know we're seeing it looks like he's a nice guy, but to me it seems like something else is going to be there. But I think my favorite part of this episode for sure was Johnny and Robbie. I love seeing, the dichotomy of their relationship so far in the 4 seasons. I mean, it's really been understandable from Robbie's perspective through his father. You really feel sad and bad for him, but I really love seeing them together. They have such good on-screen chemistry together. You really feel that father-son bond, and I'm glad to see them finally rekindling that relationship.
Yeah, I agree. This season didn't feel like this season starter. When shows, when they do like a final season and then they do like a part A, part B, like it's part of the same season, but there's like a little bit of a break in between. That's more what this starter felt like to me. It didn't feel like brand new season 5. It just feels like, part 2 of season 4 or something like that. And I actually really like that vibe. It feels like a really strong continuation of carry on the themes of parental troubles and trying to keep that all going, but of course continuing with this very specific fight against Terry Silver's Cobra Kai. We still haven't even checked in with John Kreese yet, but I already feel like we're getting more substance from Miguel because I liked what we got with Miguel last season, but this one episode alone was like, this is more like the Miguel I've been craving. Remember that guy was just a nerd?
Right? How he has grown.
I don't even look at him like a dweeb
that one scene he had with Johnny, where we were literally tearing up. I mean, that was so emotionally powerful.
Yeah. Now we're checking in with him in this storyline. I'm really liking it. I feel like there's more to come with that, but they're just really, this whole episode is just a good planting of seeds. With Samantha, what she's going through. Again, challenging the audience to be a likable character. I feel like we've always been the ones who've liked her. And then she seems to be like such a divisive character for a lot of people.
Team Amanda.
Amanda.
Team Sam.
Sam.
Team all the women in the LaRusso house.
No, Samantha's. I've noticed that there tends to be a discourse around her when I'm like, no, I always got even like that moment right there where she was on the phone with Miguel, and that to me it's kind of like a real thing that would just happen. It's real.
It's a real misunderstanding.
It's a real thing of when you get into an argument and then you feel like, why are you making this about you? I'm calling you about a very specific thing about me. It's just a real thing. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. A lot of people seem to have like crap with her, and I don't really have any gripe with her. Or maybe I've just misread into it, but I've seen, pretty sure I've seen like a lot.
There's definitely crap about her.
Yeah, with Samantha, I don't know. She's fine to me. And I'm really enjoying the Miguel storyline the most personally. Like whenever we're checking in with her, it feels very refreshing and different. But it knows how to like balance that storyline with going back to some of that fun 80s action, suspenseful cheese that you love from Cobra Kai when trying to take down Mr. Silver. Johnny boy.
All the things you guys said. Everything you said. And I love the just juxtaposition of the Mexican setting versus everything we have going on at home. I just love the flavor that brings. I like the scenarios that brought up, and, Miguel's sort of haphazard search for his dad, feeling like, he finds him like within 2 people, but at the same time, letting it be sort of a difficult journey within the confines of a half-hour episode and having that initial fake-out interaction. Like, I thought that was good. I love the stuff with Johnny and Robbie, and just the whole Chozen thing too. Like, he's so confident at the outset that I'm like, I know this is going to become a mental and a physical and an everything challenge, like a whole challenge of will and character for him. And that line up at the end when Terry Silver's walking down, addressing the soon-to-be potential senseis. You get to that last shoulder, and I'm like, it's got to be him, and it's just such a rewarding, but also like horrifying prospect, because that theme I think is going to come heavily into play, is you got to think like your enemy and you have to be willing to lower yourself into the muck, and I think that's going to become very challenging as they go into the Viper's den basically. So I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, sorry. I was just going to say I really like, too, one last thing for me. I really like, too, how Daniel's influence in season 4 really has, kind of really gone on to Johnny because, I mean, in that fight at the end when he was fighting Discount Thor and those other guys, I just felt like, in the past, Johnny would have just struck first and just fought those guys right away. He was, kind of like letting them come to him, kind of being more in defense mode. I know Robbie kind of, those guys were about to hit him and Robbie came, but again, it just feels like the influence of Daniel has really rubbed off onto Johnny from season 4, from their time together in season 4. Well, training Eagle Thing and Miyagi-Do, and I really appreciated that moment, that continuity there. That was really awesome. So I like that.
Well, no, to me, that's what I mean by how this just feels like it's going. It feels like season 4, part 2.
Yeah.
Already. Like, I feel like other than like a couple of different haircuts.
No time jumps or anything. Yeah, it's just continuing directly.
Yeah, this feels like the next episode. Yeah.
Totally.
And I think that's a really solid start. I feel like that if there's anything that Cobra Kai does exceptionally well is its consistency. And that is on full display here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're just at the very, very beginning of the journey, as this show said. So we're going to watch episode 2. But before we go, let's do a Patron of the Day shout-out. Hey, Fox.
Foxy Fox.
Good to see you back here again. So we've been looking at people's names in Urban Dictionary, and I got to tell you, your name is weird.
Yep.
So it says Urban Dictionary's words, not mine. I don't want to get canceled. It says a noun, a beautiful and attractive woman. She's a stone fox.
Cold.
So I'm not saying you're beautiful and attractive, nor am I saying you're the opposite of that. I'm just saying that that's what Urban Dictionary is. Let's find another.
Urban Dictionary is hitting on you.
Okay, here's another one. A hottie.
A hottie.
Wow. I mean, every time I've talked about you, I've always imagined. But, again, I'm not. The Urban Dictionary is the one.
Yeah, we didn't write these entries, all right?
Okay, a cute orange sly animal. I've always thought you were a bit of an animal. I don't mean like that.
Sly.
You were sly. I've always thought you were like the next definition, a smart, sly person, like John was doing.
Yeah, very smart person.
I understood that later. You are a smart Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. And hey, that's the kind of person we want to attract to Patreon, all right? You're the perfect representation of your name.
Okay, here we go. We got a great definition for you. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
It says a small animal that says ring ding 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 a ring a ding, ga ring ding 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 a ring a ding, ga ring ding 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 a ding a ring, wa pa 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 pow, wa pa 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 pow, wa pa 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 pow, hati 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 ho, hati hati ho. Hati hati no, it's hati.
Hati.
Chuff chuff chuffo 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 chuff 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 chuffo chuffo chuff 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 chuffo chuffo chuff.
Tongue face. What does the fox say about that?
If you ask me that or sing one more time, we'll end your existence with a falcon punch. God.
Falcon punch.
I have never gotten to know you better. I always knew your sexy, hot Sylvester Stallone ass was always at our Patreon page. I knew that was you.
That's you.
Especially when you kept asking me to read the script for The Samaritan. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
Nah, man.
Nah, that sounds stupid.
I already know. It's like 2 movies fused into one. But we love you, Fox. Any other script
in a friendly way. Thank you for being here.